Thank a number of people who were important to these efforts. Without the patience, understanding, and time commitment of my wife, Linda, I could not have spent the time needed as chairman of the board to help coordinate the building and funding efforts. This building would not be possible if Dr. Fred Gaskin had not been our president at that time and the moving force behind all the building efforts and the referendum campaign to fund the structure. Without his guidance and leadership, none of this would be possible. I wish you were here today to share our joy in the dedication of this magnificent structure. Art Hanlon, Kit Barbaro, Phil Theodoro, and many others who are not with the college any longer played a major role in the referendum effort in the mid-'80s. With their leadership, and those of you in the administration and faculty today, the dream became a reality. I cannot thank all of you personally today, except in mass, but I have tried to individually thank you down through the years. The real thank you will come from the thousands and someday millions who pass through these doors to learn and enjoy the arts. Since we wanted the program today to proceed rapidly, remarks were limited to very few of us. I thought it critical, however, that the community hear from Dr. Phyllis Kozlowski, Department Chair of Fine Arts and Humanities. Phyllis worked diligently in the referendum and has been significantly involved in fundraising and design of this building. I asked Phyllis to give me some remarks, which I too echo, and let me read those remarks. And these are from Phyllis. The Fine and Performing Arts Center stands as a symbol of this community's commitment to the arts in a time when the arts need to survive. It is a partnership between the college and the community, a partnership which began with the community's support to build a center for the arts and which will continue with the college's commitment to provide a nucleus for the arts to all members of the community, regardless of age or interest. For those wishing to be active participants in the arts, the center will provide exciting classes and workshops for all ages. For those wishing to experience the arts as a member of the audience, the college will provide varied programming from classical to pop. Creating a work of art for the artist is an exercise in inspiration, frustration, and commitment. This building is a work of art, inspired and conceived by many individuals, all with a similar vision and a willingness to work together towards a common goal. This wonderful center is the result, if you will, a work of art that will stand on this campus as a constant reminder of the commitment of the college to the arts in this community. No longer are the arts homeless in the southwest suburbs. Thank you, Phyllis. This building began with a referendum effort in which the community, you folks, joined the faculty, the staff, and the Board of Trustees to raise funds for the campaign and then vote to tax itself to the tune of $15 million in order to bring fine arts to the southwest suburbs. The dedication and hard work of the President, Board of Trustees, all staff, and most importantly, the community, passed the referendum, which began the building process for this center. Their work in the mid-'80s has been carried forward today by Dr. Crowley, by Matt Walsh and Rose Lamb, the President and Treasurer of the Moraine Valley Foundation, and Mary Zawaski, our current Vice Chairman and Chairman of the Building Committee, which saw this project through from planning stage to today. For those of you who are experiencing Moraine Valley for the first time, I invite you to return, not just to this facility, but to the educational and community services which we have been servicing the residents for over 25 years. For those of you who have experienced Moraine Valley before today, I know you will be back. I thank the community first, and then all those who have participated in the development of this wonderful facility, which will benefit the southwest suburbs for our children, our children's children, and generations beyond that. Have a good time today and come back often. Thank you. Before I introduce Mary Zawaski, whose comments are far shorter than mine, I want to introduce one other very important person. He probably should have been on stage with us. It's the gentleman who saw all this come together, who saved the community tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, the project coordinator and manager of this building, Sam Ray. Sam, where are you? It is my honor to introduce the Vice Chair of the Board of Trustees. Mary Zawaski was recruited from the original foundation board. Come on, Mary, it's short. To fill a vacancy on the Board of Trustees. She almost willingly came to the Board of Trustees. Hopefully she's not sorry she made that jump. She immediately assumed the leadership role and is the trustee primarily responsible for overseeing the construction of this building. Mary Zawaski.
Now is all right, Bert. Ladies and gentlemen, children, I can't see you for the lights in my eyes. I'm extremely pleased to have this opportunity to address you this afternoon. If they put a big screen behind me and I could roll credits like in the movies, I could fully impact you with the numbers of people and organizations that have devoted their time, talents, and resources to what we recognize as a reality today, this fine and performing arts center. This building is a monument to their tenacity, their willingness to compromise in the pursuit of a common goal. 2 weeks ago, my daughter and I attended a Pavarotti concert at the Rosemont Horizon. During the entire concert, all I could focus on was what a wonderful performance it would have been had we been able to have it here in our beautifully engineered, acoustically perfect, fine and performing arts building instead of the Horizon's concrete barn. Well, in time, I think something as grand as that will happen here. This building will develop a reputation as the finest facility of its kind in the Chicagoland area. And that reputation will precede it, and it will become the most coveted place for artists of all description to perform. They will want to showcase themselves here. Traditionally, dedications are a time for thank yous. In that vein, on behalf of the Moraine Valley Community College Board of Trustees, I would like to express our sincere thank yous to the Oak Lawn Rotary, the Moraine Valley Community College Foundation Board, Dr. Crawley, the administrators, the entire faculty and staff of the college for their dedication. Without your support, and in some cases distinct talents, today would never have come. We would like to recognize our architectural firm, Halliburton Root, for utilizing their award-winning talents on our behalf. We gratefully acknowledge the expertise of William O'Neill and Company for the quality that is evident throughout this building. And in the greatest measure, I personally want to thank Rick Radicke and Sam Ray, who confronted this project on a day-to-day basis and put it all together. Matt Walsh and the foundation board members who stuck it out with us. Bert Odelson for keeping the fire burning, and John Griffin, our former chair, for his ability to keep things in their proper perspective. For the board, I also want to thank all the people who supported the referendum in 1986 to build this facility, and I offer the board's heartfelt thanks to the donors who contributed to the Center Stage campaign to endow the arts. Congratulations to all of you, and most of all, thank you very much.
Celebrating events can be a very joyous time. Celebrating events can be a very, very joyous time. but it is always better when we celebrate the people who are responsible for the events. I now ask Bert Olson, Chairman of the Board, and Mary Zawalski, Chairman of the Building Committee, who was extremely instrumental in the development of this facility, to join me in unveiling the dedication plaque. And unity. We want to now acknowledge our contributors here at the college. We are very fortunate to have so very many generous supporters of the Fine and Performing Arts Center. Would you please join us now as we honor these humanitarians? First, we are going to dedicate the Dorothy Manker Theater. If you would just join us on the outside of the main theater at the entrance, as you come into here, we are now going to dedicate the Dorothy Manker Theater.
Go ahead. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. I'm going to ask the crowd to move down the hallway to my right for the dedication of the John and Angelina Remus Theater. It is my honor to introduce the treasurer of the Moraine Valley Foundation, Rose Lamb, who is the president of Blake Lamb Incorporated. She has co-chaired the campaign efforts with Matt Walsh to endow the center and to fund the foundation. Due to her efforts, many thousands and thousands of dollars have been raised, and other business and community leaders have been recruited to serve on the foundation and to buy tickets, and to buy tickets, and to buy tickets. It is my great honor to present Rosemary Lamb.
Thank you, Bert. I am very honored to introduce to you another person who helped make this dream come true. The mayor of Bridgeview for over 35 years, John Aremus, is a true friend of Moraine Valley and our communities. Mayor Aremus, who recently celebrated his 80th birthday, a prominent businessman, a chairman of the board of Prairie State Bank in Bridgeview, also Prairie Materials, Illinois Brick, and other construction-related businesses. He and his late wife, Angeline, are known as people with foresight who get involved. We are truly blessed and very thankful that Mayor Aremus and his family became involved with Moraine Valley. Some people come into our lives and go quietly. Some stay and leave footprints on our hearts. Mayor Aremus is one of those people. We are very proud to name this theater in honor of John and Angelina Aremus, and I introduce to you Mayor John Aremus.
Thank you, Ms. Lamb. I see so many good friends here, associates of mine, and I'm not known for many long speeches. I get into some controversies once in a while. I have some of my friends here, like Tony Hacko. We kid each other quite a bit in various meetings. I'm proud to be here. I'm glad to be here. I heard all the other speeches, so there's not too much I can say, which is a blessing. Not only for me, but for you people too. Well, anyhow, I was on the original committee to get the Moraine Valley College started. It's a long time ago, Bert.
26 years.
Yes, at least that long. We started the ball rolling and got the first referendum passed, long before the other referendum. But anyhow, this is a good place. I know some of our trucks have been stuck in this moraine out here. But glad to be here. I have my daughter, Dorothy, who's our attorney, and my son, Bobby, and Dorothy's friend, I don't remember. Oh, anyhow. Wrap. Here we go. I think he's, his name is John Lindauer, and John's been involved with the university too. I think he was a chancellor. So we're much friends.
We are.
Yes. And anyhow, with that, it completes my remarks. Only that I'm glad to be associated with Bert.
Thanks, John.
We've been on different sides of the fence once in a while, and we're friends.
We're friends.
Yes. And anybody else?
We're going to unveil the plaque.
Okay.
You can step here.
Yes.
Might have your daughter or son come with you. Right here. Right here.
with Matt Walsh and Bert Olson.
Mayor, can you take that? Turn around.
Right. On the count of three.
Go ahead.
1, 2, 3.
This concludes the dedication of the John and Angelina Remus Theater. Today, this afternoon, is the unveiling of the donor recognition wall. These are the fine people who have shared their time and their dollars to help fund this building and the endowment. There are many spaces to be filled in this wall, as you'll see, and hopefully we'll come back here in a couple of years and it'll be filled. I've already introduced Matt and Rose. I know we want to get to the reception and get on tours, so without further ado, Matt Walsh and Rose Lamb.
Just bear with me for a couple minutes. I want to explain to all of you what the Center Stage campaign is. 10 years ago, when the foundation board was established, we were given the mandate by the Board of Trustees, and we believe by the community, to raise money so that this facility will be able to be used as a community theater for now until the end of time, hopefully. The purpose and objective of the foundation board is to raise money so that we can underwrite and indeed provide all sorts of opportunities to all areas of this community. The people whose names you see on this wall represent the people who've given small amounts and large amounts of money to make sure that the endowment can continue so that we can provide the type of opportunities that this southwest suburbs has never had before. We hope that you'll notice also there's room on the board for additional donations. We, in the next 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, will continue to work to increase our endowment so that every year the endowment will get larger and larger, so that every year the opportunities for all the people in the southwest suburbs will continue to grow. This magnificent building, and indeed the Dorothy Menker Theater, is a community theater. It was paid for by the community. The endowment money comes from the community. It was named in honor of a tremendous community activist and a wonderful family in this community, and we wanted to continue to serve the opportunities and needs of this community for the rest of time. Thank you very much. Rose, any comments? We want now to ask you all to take a look at the donor wall, notice who the people are, and please know that we were willing to accept any donations you want to fill up our wall. Center stage first. Center stage first. Oh, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank all of you for celebrating this historic day with us. There is a reception now in the Remus Theater. Please join us there. There are tours of the building. If you would stop by the box office right at the entrance of the theater, there are people who will take you on a tour. We thank you all for coming, and thank you for your contribution to this fine and performing arts center. Thank you very much. building gives you a feeling of excitement.
A real joining of hands between the high-tech phase of the college and the artistic aspect of it insofar as it's portrayed here in this building.
It's got everything it should have and more. I think it's just a jewel. It's a gem. I mean, the colors, the layout, everything about it. I think it's a beautiful state-of-the-art facility.
Of course, it was wonderful to see it rise from the ground and actually become constructed and see the beautiful facility that it is today.
To me, that's what this building's purpose is, to build an audience for the future.
I really think it's not our generation, the next generation, and the next generation, as long as the college is here.
It's clean, it's contemporary, it's high-tech, but it's warm.
It's really just the gamut of emotions that I feel when I come in here.
The director of the Paris branch of the Boston Life Insurance Company. Tell him that his client, the Spaniard, is in splendid shape. What's his name again? Oh yes, Don Carlos Amenides de Hispaniola.
Hey, what do you know? It's Stangula. I know that guy. In fact, his wife's waiting for Madame DeBoche right now in the next room.
Well, what a small world. I examined the husband this morning and his wife's in the other room.
Small world is right. You know, they even had dinner here the day before yesterday.
Well, there you are.
So tell me, Doc, while I got you here...
Oh, you know what I like about you is you're so down to earth.
Well, where else would I be?
In the lobby, you have all this glass, all these windows that really show that Moraine is surrounded by some very lovely landscapes, by the forest preserves. You see the sunsets and everything, and it ties into the surroundings very nicely, and yet when you approach it, you say, ah, that looks like an important building.
Peter Brook, an English director and theater theorist, said you can act in any empty space, and that's exactly what a black box is. It's an empty space that the director, the actors, the production people can put any kind of production in, configure it any way they want to, and make something new, different, and exciting.
This theater rivals any theater in Chicago. It's a state-of-the-art facility. It has a wonderful lighting system. It has a wonderful sound system. It has a fly loft. It's probably on a par with any of the really fine professional facilities in the area.
I think initially we thought the building would have been the end of the journey, and now I think the building will be the beginning of the journey.